They got a lot of gunners in this sewer. We in New York City. I see about 3 gunners right now. One just went under the sewer.
Oh my goodness.
One just went under the sewer. Go find them. They all over here.
Well, just like 6ix9ine, do you think he has a career ahead of him in rap? Gunna?
Probably in another country or something. I don't think so. Not out here because Weezy out of here. You heard Weezy say, you're a rat. Weezy out of here.
Yeah,
everybody who you wanted to.
That's producer Weezy.
That's who made all the hits.
Yeah. That made all the hits.
Weezy out of here.
I was shocked when I woke up to that shit. I'm like, what the fuck? It gotta be a fake page.
So you're not trying to use it for promo?
For what?
Do you believe that Gunna told?
That man, I don't sit up and play games, man. That man told. You should have went in there and kept your mouth closed. I never unfollowed. I don't know. I never why I didn't. I don't know. I just don't take Instagram and all that shit type serious. But if you a rat, you a rat. And if you rewind this clip a little bit, I looked into the camera and I told you, if you a rat, I hate you. Cause I love Thug.
YSL is a music label and a gang. And you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
So me pleading guilty is only making it worse for my man. Anything you just said in that courtroom is gonna be used against your man.
He just implicated YSL being a gang. So now his fat home, right? All the people who's locked up, like Jeffrey, like Young Thug, now he can't go with that defense. He can't go with the defense of saying, I'm a record label. Your man just copped out, went home, told open court, told the judge, told the DA, yes, it is a gang.
Today we're navigating the twisty turns of the rap scene, where it's clear as day if you've got beef, especially when it involves someone like Gunna, who's got the heat from other rappers over his recent court scandals. No one knows how it'll truly end.
Yeah, they bring your reputation to the ground, but the lawyer reputation all the way to the sky. He knew what he was doing the whole time.
NBA YoungBoy, trading in his usual hustle for house arrest in, believe it or not, Utah, has been on a self-improvement spree. But the rapper in him isn't stopping the music grind, as he's been cooking up beats right from home, including a diss track towards his rivals. So let's get into it. Before we do, hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Do you want the chance to win a brand new iPhone 14 Pro Max, MacBook Pro, or a $500 Amazon gift card? Find the hidden message that's in the video, comment it down below, and subscribe to the channel for a chance to win one of these amazing prizes. Don't forget to hit the like button, and good luck. And with that, let's dive in. We're going to start at the beginning, because it's crucial to understand what led to the backlash from all these different rappers. Gunna was one of many rappers who got arrested in early 2022, and things weren't looking good for him and his fellow inmate, Young Thug. In early 2022, Gunna, along with Young Thug and several others, were arrested on charges related to illegal racketeering activities. The group they were associated with, known as Young Slime Life or Young Stoner Life, YSL, faced accusations of engaging in criminal activities. Gunna remained in prison in Georgia since his arrest in May, but in late 2022, he was released after pleading guilty to one charge of conspiracy to violate the RICO Act. It's important to note that Gunna claimed an Alford plea, meaning he maintained his innocence while acknowledging that pleading guilty was in his best interest. Gunna did clarify that his involvement with YSL was primarily focused on entertainment and music. He described it as a group of individuals from Atlanta with shared interest and artistic aspirations, rather than a gang. Gunna emphasized that the music produced by YSL artists exaggerated and glorified aspects of urban life in the black community. Despite pleading guilty, Gunna made it clear that he hadn't provided any statements, interviews, cooperation, or intentions to testify or be involved in the trial process against anyone involved in the case. He wanted to disassociate himself from the trial and emphasized his dedication to music and his desire to contribute positively to the community. Gunna's attorney, Steve Sido, confirmed the terms of his plea agreement, stating that Gunna would serve 1 year in prison, which was commuted to time served, and he would also complete 500 hours of community service. The remaining 4 years of his sentence were suspended. However, Gunna's plea deal and release from prison triggered a backlash from other rappers. Lil Durk, Lil Baby, and Meek Mill, who were previously associated with Gunna, ended up distancing themselves from him on social media. Lil Durk actually even released a song snippet that seemed to criticize Gunna for taking that plea deal. Gunna's social media posts in support of YSL also caused tension within the Atlanta camp, leading to several individuals unfollowing him. The situation ended up escalating, with accusations and feuds unfolding on various platforms. I have to mention that Gunna is not the only one who accepted a plea deal in this case. Other YSL associates, including Young Thug's brother Quantavious Greer, also agreed to plea deals before Christmas last year. As part of his probation, Greer is prohibited from having any contact with Young Thug or other defendants until the RICO case is over. The trial is currently in the jury selection phase, and it's pretty obvious that the court regards it as a significant case. The prosecutors named YFN Lucci, who's also facing a separate murder and racketeering charge, as a potential witness. However, YFN Lucci's attorney clarified that he wouldn't testify in the YSL case. With the trial ongoing, there's a lot of speculation and anticipation surrounding the outcome. Gunna's plea deal and the reactions from fellow rappers have sparked debates about loyalty, snitching, and the nature of the music industry. In the ongoing feud between rappers Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy, things took a new turn when Durk actually shared a photo of himself next to a King Von poster on Instagram, with a message directed to, of course, YoungBoy. Durk wrote, "Don't claim it if you ain't do it. You're still a bitch." Lil Reese and NLE Choppa also responded to the song on DJ Academic's post. Lil Reese and NLE Choppa agreed that YoungBoy was simply rapping like other rappers, and that there was no real beef between them. During an interview with Academics prior to his death, King Von stated that there were no serious issues between him and NBA YoungBoy, and that any conflicts were blown out of proportion by the internet. However, YoungBoy's association with Quando Rondo, who was present during the shooting that resulted in Von's death, added fuel to the fire. Quando Rondo, signed to YoungBoy's Never Broke Again label, was connected to the suspected killer, Timothy Lil Tim Leaks. Leaks was arrested and charged with Von's murder, but was later released on bail. The ongoing tensions between the rappers have escalated with diss tracks and retaliations. NLE Choppa, who advised Lil Durk not to seek revenge for King Von's passing, released a song called Sleazy Flow, which some fans believed contained shots at NBA YoungBoy. However, Choppa denied the claims on Twitter, stating that he doesn't engage in dissing others. The animosity between Durk and YoungBoy stemmed from the tragic altercation between King Von and Quando Rondo. Von and Rondo allegedly had a falling out over Von's relationship with YoungBoy's ex-girlfriend. The disagreement could have been resolved peacefully, but unfortunately, it escalated into violence. This ongoing feud between these rappers is only increasing the risk of further conflicts and violence in the future. The tragic death of King Von and the subsequent events have had significant repercussions within the rap community. Following Von's passing, the tension between Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy reached a boiling point. The two rappers had been former allies, but their relationship deteriorated after the fatal altercation involving King Von and Quando Rondo. During an interview with DJ Academics prior to his death, Von addressed the rumors of beef between him and YoungBoy, stating that they shared similar issues and experiences. Any conflicts were exaggerated by the internet. He emphasized that he had no personal animosity towards YoungBoy. However, the interview and the events that followed added fuel to the fire and intensified the feud between their respective camps. The interview with Academics did shine light on the complexity of the situation, showing that the beef between these artists was fueled by external factors and not personal animosity. Unfortunately, the tragic outcome of the altercation between Von and Rondo only served to escalate tensions further. The fallout from this incident specifically has led to diss tracks and retaliatory responses from both sides. Lil Durk in particular released a diss track titled Aha, aimed at NBA YoungBoy in response to YoungBoy's song Bring the Hook. The track showcased Durk's street credibility and directly called out his opposition. The music video for Aha features Durk and his Only the Family group, with Durk wearing a ring in honor of D-Thang, who passed away. NLE Choppa, who had previously advised Durk against seeking revenge for King Von's death, also got involved in the feud. However, Choppa later denied engaging in the diss tracks, stating on Twitter that he doesn't participate in dissing others. The ongoing tensions and conflicts between these rappers have created a dangerous atmosphere within the rap community. Tragedies like the loss of King Von have deep effects, and the pain and suffering experienced by these artists are being used as ammunition against one another. This cycle of violence and retaliation increases the likelihood of further conflicts and potentially even more tragic outcomes. Alongside the release of his new album, NBA YoungBoy did do an interview with XXL magazine, where he addressed various topics, including the release date coinciding with his rival Lil Durk. YoungBoy stated that it wasn't a planned move, but rather a response to feeling disrespected and not wanting someone else to overshadow his release. He asserted his dominance and made it clear that he was here to stay and set his own rules. The conversation also touched on music sales and the impact of streaming platforms on the industry. YoungBoy acknowledged that music sales have drastically changed, with digital platforms now dominating the market. He emphasized that music sales were not his primary concern, and that rapping served as therapy for him and a means to support his family. He made it clear that he couldn't be manipulated by sales figures and had no interest in engaging in the numbers game. When asked about the release date coinciding with Lil Durk's, YoungBoy dismissed the notion of it being a reincarnation of the 50 Cent and Kanye West situation from 2007. He asserted that his focus was on himself and those who matter to him, and he encouraged others to do the same. Despite his reputation for violent lyrics, YoungBoy claimed to have found a different path since moving to Utah. He mentioned his Stop the Violence campaign and expressed frustration when others, including Lil Durk, spoke on it without being truly involved or supportive. He reaffirmed his commitment to the campaign and stated that he was still in his own lane, demanding that people stay out of his way and not mention his name. It's worth noting that despite YoungBoy's statements, tensions between him and Lil Durk as well as other artists still remain. Their long-standing beef, which dates back several years, has resulted in subliminal disses and exchanges on social media. The recent social media interactions between YoungBoy, Durk, and DJ Academics indicate that the animosity is far from resolved. As the situation continues to unfold, it remains to be seen how the relationship between YoungBoy and Lil Durk, as well as other ongoing feuds, will progress. That's a look at the disses that NBA YoungBoy dropped in his new track and whether he's trying to provoke a war between him and his rivals once again. Do you think this proves that NBA YoungBoy hasn't learned his lesson? Or do you think that this is merely his way of being true to who he is? Will his foes respond to these disses? Let us know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.